Righto, folks. We are steep, first gear, low range. Look at this. Mate, we are pointing straight down. Billy Goat Bluff. I reckon that's even steeper, Billy Goat.
It is.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
parts. A lot of parts.
So I'm going to go slow here because there is a washout. So I'm just going to let the engine idle slowly and let the diffs articulate, right? See the diff articulate there, the vehicle's barely rolling. Right, like that, and we're through. Because on my right is death. So we're in first. Look, I could have done it in second, but let me wind the window down, mate, so you can get a nice view of that. I'm actually on the throttle now, right? Just because these things are so low geared, like I was saying the other day, they're really good for steep hills, you know? So I'm actually on the gas down this hill. If I let go, watch. It just slows down. And it'll slow down to a crawl. That's no brake, that's just engine braking, yeah? Amazing, isn't it? Look at that, look how slow we're going, mate. Alright, so I have to give it gas. And that's the beauty of these things, mate. But, this is where these guys fit bigger tyres, 33s, 35s. What happens to your final drive gear ratio?
Speeds up.
Goes up. So you would lose when you fit bigger tyres, you lose that nice gear reduction. I don't want to lose that. It's a four-wheel drive. These guys are defeating the purpose of their vehicle by putting big tyres on. I want that low range power, mate, that gear reduction, you know. I don't want to compromise that, mate. I could go into second here. Even second is low, but I will go back into first here because that, look at that, that just, see, second is too fast.
You need 1.5.
You need 1.5. Right. And there ain't turning back now, mate.
No going back,
There's no
mate.
going back, mate. Unless you are the best four-wheel driving driver in the world, you can reverse up. But you got to remember, reverse gear, the ratio is between first and second.
Yeah.
So, but this is, oh, how good's that view, Grahame?
That's unreal, isn't it?
That's brilliant, mate.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can get.
See, now first, I've got no throttle now. Gee, that's... See, the aircon kicked in, and it slows it down even more, yeah?
I'll see if I can get the angle of the car.
Yeah.
The steepness.
She's steep, mate. She's steep. You can't tell. Like, we are... I think Graham's puckering up a little bit, aren't you?
I've been worse hit than this.
Yeah, this is good, mate. Alright, bit more gas. But you have to go slow, you just can't.
So if you get in that situation of a slip, even though it's dry,
Yeah,
you can get a situation of out of control.
yeah.
So what you don't want to do is brake too heavy
No.
to slide.
Yeah, that's right, to lock up the brakes, yeah. Because you've got to remember, in low range, you don't have traction control. That's why the traction control light is on. It says traction off. Right, so we're flattening out a little bit here, and just as well because we have a little bit of a washout, so I'll slow down, let the car slow down, the truck, sorry. The body will roll a bit, and just let her crawl, mate. Just let it crawl. I can go a bit quicker than that. We could turn here, but we'll keep going. We're nearly at the bottom.
Here they are, the kites coming off.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Let me just stop here then. Here, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Can you use that?
Yeah. There you go. told you they'd get up quick, didn't I?
That's where we were
Yeah,
just
we
then.
were up there, yeah, and they've launched. Alright, let's go. Back into first. Clutch out and first gear. Let's give it a bit of gas here. She's steep here, mate.
Well, you know when it's deep when you're pressing against the firewall.
That's right. Yeah, my left foot is hard on the footrest, mate, holding my body up. Jesus, look at this, man. Now, when first gear doesn't slow you down in this truck, you know you're steep when you're speeding up. Wow, look at us. That is steep, mate. Jesus. This thing loves it, mate. You know what? You will shit yourself before this truck will. Long before, mate. We're flattening out now. Bit of gas. And that's what I want to say to people. If you want to increase your engine braking down a hill, turn your aircon on full. Because back there, you heard me note that the aircon kicked in and it slowed it down better because of the extra engine braking of the aircon compressor. Right? So turn your aircon on to get extra braking power. Engine braking. Not brake, yeah. Braking power. Here we go, a little bit of a whoop-de-doo down here. I love these whoop-de-doos. They're a reassurance hump. I call them reassurance humps because you're going to flatten out, and if you, for some unforeseeable reason, you need to hit the brakes, well, it levels out, you know. I call them reassurance humps. Allows your butthole to relax for a moment. But over this edge, mate, look at this. It's straight down over here. Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, that's all right. That's not too bad. Not as steep as up there. How good's this track, Grahame?
Did you know this was here?
Mate, you know it's here now. I reckon the Amarok will be flying up here one day.
Adios.
Yep.
Follow me, boys.
That's it. Follow the yellow brick road. See, that's off. Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? Just idle, mate. Yeah, I love gears, mate. That's why I love a four-wheel drive, the gears. Gears, in my opinion, were the next best thing to the invention of the wheel. Because when they invented the wheel, like when you go to see these old relics and that with gantry cranes and all that, what do they work on? Gears.
Gears.
Right? Nothing can move without a gear properly, you know. Oh, this is a brilliant track, mate.
Big high country stuff.
It is. It's like Vic High Country, right? But instead of having 500 tracks, you've got one or two, you know. And by the way, I'm on highway pressures. I haven't even dropped the tyre pressures, so this is a very high traction surface. It's dry and firm. It's not slippery. If it was slippery, mate, I'd be getting out. Oh, I'd be airing down, mate. Yep, 100%. But we're safe. This is great. Good old four-wheel driving, mate. Can't beat it. Goat country. We've got the cypress pines around here. Plenty of oxygen. I'm going to go wide here because it's a bit of a depression on the left. Always pick the easy line. It's all about the line. Never have your thumbs on the inside of the steering wheel. People have snapped thumbs from steering wheel being whipped around. Always have them on top of the steering wheel like I'm displaying right now. Right. Like this. Have your thumbs there. Right. Like that. Don't have them in there, have them up here, always.
There's a reason for that being, if you do a lot of hard to rights, steering the wheel right, left, quickly and whatnot, and then if your wheels grab and your steering wheel comes back at you and your thumbs are inside,
they're gone.
They're gone.
Broken, yep.
Broken.
Yep. And no fancy pants steering damper is going to stop that happening. Not not even on a live axle vehicle like this one, right?
Do you think cup of tea's going to be hot when we get back?
I reckon it'll be
still on
cold,
the
mate.
bench.
That's all right. Just add some more from the thermos that will be hot. Chuck it. Oh, nah, this is the nice part, mate. Look at this view. Oh, magic.
Heights over here.
Yeah. Glad we came here, mate. This is awesome. That sound.
Power.
She's a bit rough here, mate. Alright, I'm going to take this very easy because this is...
Go wide.
Yeah, go wide, yeah. But again, that's why you want the low range gearing. You want that slow gear ratio, right? It's only this little bit and now it levels off. It looks scary from the camera, but it ain't, right? It ain't. And I'm literally crawling, mate. You could walk faster than this, much faster, right? That is a washout where the rain has literally washed away the track. I can call it a track now. It went from a road to a goat track, right? Literally. This is brilliant. This is steep, this part. Having to push with my left leg on the footrest to hold my body from sliding off the seat. It doesn't look it on the camera, does it?
You won't see it on the camera.
No way. I reckon there'd be a few people in your seat right now that'd be bloody screaming, mate. Hey? Can you imagine my mum coming down here? She'd have a heart attack, mate.
Have you got pause on this?
You can stop it. Why?
I just waited for pause, then went down, walked down, soon you filmed it.
Just stop and then start it, have another video. So just stop it here.